Well, I don't know if I'm sideways or not. It looks like part of it's one way and the other part's the other. Maybe I'll do this. Yeah, that looks like it's all one size fits all now, right? And you want to see all these hearts? uh, these have been fun. Somebody just uh, passed me by. I was walking. Said, "Oh, you're running with your heart in it," and that's true. My heart's always in it, and that's I think how we have to live is put our heart into it, because that makes it nicer, easier. It doesn't make it easier, to tell you the truth, but it's more self-rewarding and it feels better. So if you get screwed over and your heart's not in it, then it hurts more. So I think it doesn't eliminate pain, but it it eases it, and then plus the good times are better because you're feeling, oh man, you just feel so good doing it. And that's why I'm so shocked that members of Lesko Help, that's the closed Facebook group I have, are now helping other people, and these are like volunteers to people who are looking for money, and it's just wonderful. And I just put up a video that you'll see on Michelle, who was struggling financially or whatever, and she goes through the whole process about how she was able to get a $12,000 grant for rent, then another $8,000 grant for rent, then another $2,000 grant for being in business. I saw that, and now she wants to help other people for free. And so there's only so much she could do, so I have no idea or whatever. Oh, there's my favorite walker friend.
Hey, buddy. You're my favorite question.
And actually, she put me in the garbage can the other day. And so anyway, so Michelle, she is just so great. There's such an open heart to want to help other people like that without money, and that's why you have to feel the people who volunteer to help you. They're just volunteers. They're not getting paid, making money out of this, and I feel guilty of that and trying to figure out what to do. But more importantly is getting help to as many people as possible. And I'm only one person, and these people who have gotten money and went through the grant process and whatever are very helpful, because actually I don't do that much anymore. And so I just have years, 30, 40, 50 years of experience helping other people do it. But actually, particularly in the programs, more survival mode programs, I don't. I mean, I've helped thousands, maybe probably even millions of people to do it, but not today, feet on the ground applying for applications. And that's what's wonderful to me, that people like Michelle are helping other people who have trouble understanding the system. It's complicated, man. I try to make it not complicated, and it's still complicated, even though I've been studying 40 or 50 years. It's very complicated. It's not logical. Nothing the government does is logical. It's there because of, who knows? I mean, just hundreds and hundreds of years of piling one program on top of each other. Like that's why the pandemic now, these grants, they are not, they're so screwed up because they're trying to force new programs into existing systems, and it takes years to work out the bugs, man. You just can't throw a switch overnight and do something, 180 degrees different. It ain't gonna work, or you're gonna have smoke coming out of the back room that you're gonna have to put out the fire, and then you put out that fire, then you have to put out another fire, and so on. But what Michelle is doing is just wonderful, I think, for us, you, and particularly for me, that someone like that, who is so talented, wants to share what they know. And that's why you don't have to know how to cure cancer to help people. We all struggle with little things in life, and if you have some expertise about knowing something where some benefit is for somebody living in America that they may not know, please share it with us. Find people on on the group that are looking for something, and think hey, there's another thing they forgot, or we forgot, or somebody forgot to tell them about that may be able to help them. And you just reply, tell them that, hey, look at this, because you are out there. You're the feet on the ground kind of thing, and you really run the whole show, and you know more than any of us. And that's why it'd be great if you could share and help people. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to compensate, because I feel guilty that I'm getting the benefit out of it. But more importantly, that you're finding something that could really benefit you. And that is what it's all about. And I'm an old fart. I don't have to worry about eating anymore. I just worry about eating too much. When you're young and struggling. And so I'm not interested in, building an empire. Can Michelle help me also? If you're a caregiver family, she's going to help people that are members, Karen. If you're not a member, send me an email. I'll try to do it. It's hard. If I could help every person who send me an email, I won't be able to build this business and teach people. So there's limits to all of us of what we could do. And ideally, we would love to help every single person. I would love to answer every single email or every single description on the internet, because it frustrates me so much, because I know I have some answers that could help them. And it's leskofreeradio@gmail.com. leskofreeradio@gmail.com. And if you don't hear from me in like 48 hours, then just beat on me again. Keep beating on me again. Keep beating on me again. I'm an old fart. It's hard to get my attention. Or it's easy to get my attention, but I forget about the old stuff I was supposed to be doing. That's the problem. So it's, all our lives are very important to us. How to get help from Michelle and from volunteers. Well, that's all on Let's Go Help members. So Michelle is volunteering to members of Let's Go Help. And so if you're a member, and that's at lesgohelp.com, that's where all that's happening. And it's important. I'm so thrilled that she's doing this. And of course, her time, like my time or anybody's time, is very limited. That's why it's nice that we don't charge anybody for this, and she doesn't, or whatever, because it just may or may not happen. That's just life. I see the questions now. Everybody wants to find Michelle. I'm not good enough anymore. Oh my God. and that's wonderful. But she's, we all have limited brain power, awake time, and all that kind of stuff. So there's limits to anything. So you have to be flexible to your limits. And that's why, to me, everything I do is like that. There's limits to what I could help people do. If I don't, and you don't feel that you got your money's worth, I'll send you money back, no problem. And never worry about being dissatisfied financially or taken advantage of. It may feel that way, and so even if it feels that way and you can't even quantify, I'll send you the money back. It's not something I want to anyone fret about. We have enough problems in life than feeling that I'm misrepresented. So I don't care. If I screwed up, I'm not going to defend that. No, I'm right. No, I am. No, I am right. No, I am. And people in business do that, and that's why you have to sign 15 pages before you do a contract with something, that really says, if I screw you, you can't sue me. I just want to bother with any of that. There's too many things to do, too many problems to solve. Non-citizens, yes. And I guess the definition of illegals gets less that way. But non-citizens, oh gosh, yes. And then services. See, besides money and cash that are maybe a little more restrictive about background, there, services. You get free training or whatever, free health care. They don't care how you got in the country. You could have dug your way in from Hawaii. That'd be the big dig, wouldn't it? And it is just all about at least for me now in my life, how many people can I help before I die? I just can't think of anything more important to do in life. I have family I want to love. Have that. We have to be well-rounded people. But this expertise that I see, I didn't even know I had, you people tell me I do because you want some. Great. I mean, that's the nicest feeling in the world, and I know it could go away in instants, and that's fine too. I'll find something else. There's a lot of problems to solve out there. That's why if you're looking for something to do, man, just find a problem you see and start trying to fix it. Don't get a PhD in it. Don't do anything that's going to cost you 3 years of time or $100,000 to do it. Just find a way with what you have right now to fix it. Either you volunteer for a company that's doing that so you can learn how to do it so you could get paid to do it too. Matthew, I'm incorrect in talking. I have a membership. Yes, so in the membership, you go into, the Lesko Help on Google. I mean, on Facebook. Facebook.com/groups/Lesko Help. That's, if you're a member, that's where you should have gone as soon as you paid. But I screw up a lot, and it's hard to figure out what the hell all this stuff means. I've been dealing with it a year or so, and I still don't know. So when you just start 5 minutes later, it's understandable you don't know what the hell I'm doing. Because I don't either, and I've been doing it for a year. Or how Facebook works and all that. Oh man, I own everything that you're going to see on Facebook, and I'm not allowed to sign in. I've been working with Facebook for 2 months now, and can't get past the robots no matter what the hell I do. And that's so interesting. That's we're starting a separate site too, and a sister site. When you join, you'll be joining both. And in the sister site, the Lesko Help 2, it'll be mostly for people in a state helping other people in the same state. That's how we're going to start that. And so if you're in Pennsylvania, all the people could go. There'll be a subcategory for Pennsylvania that you could go in and learn from other people. Other people can help you learn, and you could ask questions and things like that. And it'll all be about government grants in Pennsylvania, because this is what I did on the mini state grants reports, or the state mini grants reports. I'm not even sure how to say it anymore. That they all by state. See, that's how most of this government stuff is organized by state. You have to apply at the state, even though it's at the federal level money. Like right now, all this grant money, and there's a lot of money for rent out there. That's just starting to open up all around the country. They had the money for March, so about 3 months or so, but really cities didn't start giving it out until the last couple of weeks. So I was just helping a Lesko Help member, funding in New York, and I couldn't even find out which one was the real one, because they have a lot of rent grants and some are outdone, but I can't find one that's starting, and it should. So maybe they're just so behind the 8 ball they haven't gotten that far. Because some of these states, I think New York looks like one of them, because I found legislation in their state capital that they're working on the bill for new rent grants. And the bill, this is what the federal government gave money to the states to give out. So they'll probably have to pass a bill to make it legal to give it out there. How about utilities, like your power bill? I got $20,000. Yeah, same thing. That program, the new stimulus bill, emergency rent. Emergency rental assistance program. Every state, that's brand new money. It'll pay like 12 months of a utility bill, even up to 15 months sometimes. So emergency rental emergency rental, what was the other word? Assistance program. Okay, and that's what you have to look for. And when you put your state, and when you search by your state with those keywords, emergency rental assistance program, go down into the tools button by the search bar, and there'll be a tool there. They say what the time frame you want. You want to just websites that emergency rental assistance program. Yeah, just the websites that started in the last day, the last hour, the last week. I put the last month. So you find just those programs that are recently, because otherwise you're going to find a whole bunch of programs, and put the name of your state. Yes, grants for non-citizens. Yeah, you just go apply to everything, whether you're a citizen or not, and you'll find out in the middle of the application. It's hard to say which are, which aren't. There's just too many to know. And so the way is, you just start applying and you'll learn. Not to wait to find out which are just for that is a waste of time. And you'll miss them anyway. Just need money for business purposes. And the place to start for that, yes, they actually, people that start businesses in America, they give you money and a green card to start a business here. They want people, to start businesses here. The place, okay, so that's on Lesko Help on the Facebook. Go to the Facebook page, Carolyn, and let us help you there. Oh, I see I'm running out of power. And that's just not just me, but that's my phone. But so a lot of people saw that with Michelle the other day. That's nice. I have a battery pack. So maybe I'll get this in. Oh, this is a lady's gonna put me in the trash can again. So when you see her at the mall, you better be gone.
Hey, you might go in there now.
She's a wonderful artist, and you should see her work. Yeah. Hey. Any gifts for single grants? Yes, doesn't matter. I mean, you just go looking for the grant. They're not by, there are some maybe like that, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the more requirements you put in something, the less you're going to find, because there's other, so many grants for rent, and the rent grants don't say you have to be a single mom. Actually, I have a special grant that I give out for single moms at a local community college. I think single moms are the most important thing this country has. Because if we didn't have them, what would we do with the kids? It's amazing. I mean, they're the backbone of our society now. We say we're a family-friendly country. That's bullshit. We're a business-friendly country, not a family-friendly country. Man, that's why these women, single moms that are going to school at community college, which community college is the best deal in the world for education. Man, if you want to do something, no matter, you just take 4 months of something, get trained for a better job, or even to start on any kind of career, being a doctor, that's a place to start. Don't get caught up with things, fancy names and everything. That doesn't matter as much anymore. Let's go. I'm here, mothers. Right, and I see it's the women carry the load in our country. To me, in my mind, I say, who takes care of our elderly? It's mostly women. Who takes care of the kids? It's mostly women. Then I got involved in helping some people who were in jail as a mentor, whatever, and I see all the people or helping people in the jails and prison, mostly women. Man, everything that you don't get paid for. I don't know if that means men are dumb or smart. I guess it depends on your perspective. But like I say, there's lots of problems to solve. You don't know what to do in life, man, just pick a problem and go out and figure out how to do it. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, I think who works on the same problem now? Find people working on that problem now and go help them for free, so you could see, hey, if you want to solve help for single moms, okay. Start going to meetups for single moms, see what's missing, see what they're not doing that you could do, And now you can start a business doing anything. You don't need money. You just need customers, and you have to find out where these customers are and what they need. And then whether it's, tuna sandwiches on Wednesdays, then you make tuna sandwiches at home and sell them on Wednesday. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But just don't get stuck that you think you need $100,000 to start a business. You may, but you don't have to. There's so many you can do without it. Hi. Oh, you noticed? Yeah. Yeah, there's just too many ways to do things, and we all get stuck because everybody tells us you need all this to do that. You need a PhD to do that. You need this. Well, who's a teenage girl who's stopping global warming, a 12-year-old kid or something in Sweden or wherever she's from. And you just do it. Credentials are nice, I guess, and they help you maybe work for some organization that you'll be bored with. And some things, if you really want to be a doctor, you do, but there's other ways to help people with medical problems. You know, you could start a website that shows you the best places in your town to get what kind of medicine at what charge, at what price. And you do that research, put it on a website, you could charge people, sell people, whatever. There's just too many ways to live nowadays. And we live still in a pretty free country. I guess that's getting more debatable. Well, there's enough cracks, you know. But I always felt that, man, you know, if you want to be a trillionaire, then that's a different game. That sounds not going to be a lot of them to do, but a lot of us just want to feed ourselves, right? So so you don't have to be a big dinosaur. Yeah. Oh, hi. Thank you. Black in biology. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, back in biology. Oh, black in biology. Yeah. Well, thank you for the tip. That's like a warm hug. Oh, how nice. But that's what I always say. What I believe is in the cockroach theory. Okay, my cockroach theory is this. Okay, we had dinosaurs. Okay, these things became so big. Okay, they became too big. They died out, right? Now, cockroaches have been around since dinosaurs, too. These suckers are still alive, right? You turn your light on in the kitchen in the middle of the night, right? And they all scramble away. Huh? And so how do these people live? Because they didn't need $1 billion. They just need the food to live on. And so that's why, you know, and the big guys don't fool with the little businesses. Don't fool. $1 million business is nothing to them. They can't be bothered. You know, that doesn't even pay their shoe polish. $1 million business is wonderful for a person, right? So that's science. So that's a cockroaches live forever. And somehow the big people, you know, eventually something happens and they go away. They can't. There's limits to that. And it's fun. It's fun to do stuff and be creative, I think. So that's what I think a lot of it is about. So how can you be creative, help society, and have fun doing it? And I just want people to know about the sources that are out there that may be able to help them. And we all have so much stuff in our head, though, that keeps us from exploring things because we're told that you can't do this because, you can't do that because. Well, you have to be, you know, sort of like creative enough to get around those hurdles. Either it's something, a boogeyman you put in your head that you can't get around or through, or society puts in your head that you can't get around or through, and you just try another way. I mean, we're all capable of that. And it's just a matter of doing it. Sometimes that's why I like dressing weird, because I don't fit in. And then I could think differently. If I'm trying to fit in all the time, then I'm trying to think like everybody else, and everybody else ain't doing too well. Yeah. Or the system ain't gonna. There's enough to do as long as you look a little differently at it. And if you're trying to fit in, you don't look different. You know, look at the world a little differently so you could see those opportunities. And that's what it's about, is finding opportunities. An opportunity is not what everybody else is doing. It's what somebody else forgot to find to do. So you could do that. And the way you do that, I think, is by trying a whole bunch of stuff and failing until it works. And like Michelle, I never thought I'd do something like this. Michelle, but she popped out of nowhere, you know, as a member and said, hey, she really wants to help people. See, and in starting this business, like for the year or so that I've been at this, never thought of that members will help members and stuff like that. And wow. So that's why the ideas come from doing it. You can't, I think, sit down with a chalkboard and think of a great idea. That's just a start. The great idea comes after, you failed at 100 of those you thought would work. And then eventually you get to something that, oh my God, and something you never would have thought of until you went through all the stuff that failed. And I've started 3, 4, 5 businesses, something like that. 2 or 3 failed. And everyone that was successful, though, started as something else. Because I thought, oh, this is what the world needs to do. Banging my head against a wall, it wouldn't be until something would click and I'd see something different. And that's the fun part of life. There's the unexpected. And that's why putting your heart into it is what we have to do. Because it's hard. And if your heart's not in it, you're gonna quit. And if you quit, then it's over. You have to get another boring job. Well, not every job is boring. Actually, a lot of government jobs are great. You can't get them anywhere else. Where else could you be a volcano expert? Or a moose crossing guard. That's government programs. How would you know? So there's a lot of fun jobs too. Look at the things you want. That's the pleasure of pain. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, oh shit. I brought a bag with me and I forgot it now. I wonder if it's still back at the chair. I feel pretty strong. I'll go back and see if that bag is still there. Because I had to stop and shop. I got to pick up. I was going to stop at the Trader Joe's on my way home. And so I brought a shopping bag because they charge you for the bags. So I'm going to be gone, guys. Thank you so much. See you soon.